I was in prison directly before Victory Mission, but before that I was running on the streets, just abusing drugs heavily and just abusing the relationships with the people that cared about me. And I was 12 years old when I first started, and I always hung around the older crowd because I'm the youngest of four, so looked up to my oldest brothers, and that's what I'd seen a lot as a kid in the household. So my older brother, his decisions as a teenager, I looked up to him, and his decisions weren't the best, and so that's what I started doing. I started, smoking weed because that's what I had seen him do and his buddies do. At 15, we led the pain pills, and that's when that started that vicious downward cycle. I got made fun of a lot and kind of bullied as a child, and just found comfort in the drugs. I was altogether incarcerated for 18 months. While I was there, I was still using drugs, still hanging around the gangs, and just didn't really grab a hold of it. And I had a reality check at one point. I was like, I'm taking advantage of my family, manipulating them. They're sending me money, and so I can get high. If I get back out on the streets in the end of this 4 months with still doing the same thing, then this is going to be a revolving door. I'm going to come back to prison and get out, and I can't do that to my family. I don't want to do that to myself. During that point in time, like after I'd waived seeing the board and they gave me a setback, I got invited to chapel one day, and I gave my life to the Lord then, and it was then he started heavily convicting me for the things that I was doing. And then I went to the treatment, and that's where I found Victory Mission. I got accepted, and the big kicker for me was that it was faith-based and it was free. It was a big step of faith, but the Lord put it on my heart to do so, to go to Victory Mission, and by that simple obedience, so much has taken place since then. They showed me how to have a relationship with God, and they showed me the love that I wasn't really shown a lot as a child, in a different way, the love of Christ. Jobs for Life opened a big door for me, gave me confidence again, to stand up in front of people and talk and tell them about my work history and my skills and the things that I could bring to the table in employment, and be confident about what I have, and really just help me walk that process out of getting a job, doing it all right, and that's something that I didn't really do before, was walking the steps out properly. I always wanted to take shortcuts and do it my way, and my way wasn't always legal. So Jobs for Life really helped me just to do that process the proper way and have confidence in doing that. My heart was very hard. It was hardened. I had a hard time showing emotions, and so that was through this process being at Victory Mission where it had softened it and showed me how to love again, and just opened my heart up. I finished the program, moved to Marshfield. Great opportunity over there. The Lord really has just completely changed the desires in my heart. I don't desire to go back to that no more. I've experienced a relationship with God, the true joy that comes from that, and I don't want nothing else. I just want what He has for me. I want to make sure that I'm putting Him first, and it's His will that I'm walking in, and not mass decisions. It's easy to look at yourself as a victim of what you were around, and just say I'm just a product of the things I was around, but you don't have to be that person. No matter what I'm going through, the consequences that I face now, I know the Lord's with me. He gives me strength to get through all those things. Just as long as I keep Him in my life and I put Him first, He's gonna make sure I don't go back to them old ways. So in Victory Mission, I found hope, I found joy, things that I didn't have before. I have a victory life, yes.